And we are live.
Hello.
Hello, hello. And welcome everyone once again. Hi.
I'm eating, so my camera's off for a second.
Hi, eating until right. So,
How dare.
I got him. Every time. So how are we doing, everyone?
I'm good.
I'm awake.
Take it.
Awake.
You don't sound that happy, but I can understand that.
I'm never happy about it. I'm perpetually exhausted. I have children.
Oh, right, yes. That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, welcome to another little Star Wars episode. Some Tales from the Outer Rim. If you guys, quick little reminder, remember last time we had just left Coruscant, and we were currently en route for Nar Shaddaa. So the hum of the hyperdrive had come online, and you had left the capital of the galaxy far behind. So, before we immediately, come into transit through back to normal space, but back to sublight. Do any of you have anything you want to do while in transit?
Did we get a long rest?
I was trying to do this meditate thing now because he doesn't want the headaches.
Right. Yes, it's true. Mibble had started developing a latent power, a latent connection to the Force.
I mean, past resting after the encounter we had in the down below the city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Orta probably just does his usual routine, sort of focusing on his.
Well, you were a bit KO'd this entire time, BT Dubs. So you were brought back to your room in the ship. People had checked up on you a few times.
Did I get knocked down? I totally forgot.
You were
that's how they
gone that day.
Yes, you were
Right.
that session.
That's right. I went fully unconscious and then I stopped existing for a while. Of course,
Correct.
I remember that.
You got it.
I, the player, remember that.
There you go. But yes, the punishment for AFK is death. I mean, what? No, you were dragged back to the
Alright,
ship.
I guess I'll roll a new character.
Here we go.
Somebody will
again.
have to figure out how to keep Nixie under control.
Right.
That's okay, I'm now hooked into the hive mind. She'll be
Yep.
under control.
The barbarian giving advice to the hive mind. Yes, what could go wrong?
Not much.
The force
I think
sensitive
it'll be
hive
fine.
mind.
It'll be fine.
So,
We are fine. We like our
Are
advice.
we are tired of your shit. Sorry, of our shit. Anyway, that being said, yes, you said you were going to go through your routine after waking up, but when you wake up, you can feel your body's sore, like your brain did not lag getting popped out of the Wi-Fi network while Nixie was applying some much needed patches to the system. But when you wake up, you can feel once again the presence of the hive mind and everybody else inside.
Feels like it's probably gotten a bit. There's a few new members and everything. Yeah.
Yep, you actually even realize the Jawas are on board. Well, at least some of the Jawas were smuggled on board.
Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna snitch.
Oh, Ziva though already knows,
Yep. No, shit bumped into them. She found them.
and she was not happy.
Sure.
Will do his best to keep them from doing what they do.
So far, it does seem like they're behaving, and they're not tearing the ship apart from the insides for scraps to sell. In fact, if anything, it seems like they haven't messed around with anything in the ship so far.
Well, good then.
When you wake up, there is a bit of a. When you wake up, there's a little bit of a. What's the word? I guess a bit of a headache that hits you all of a sudden, as your brain kind of has to play catch up on all the stuff that you missed.
Yeah.
So it's like you start asking yourself these questions, and the memory just like starts ramming into you one after the other. Memories start ramming into your brain one after the others, which doesn't take long to cause you a bit of a headache. Thankfully, it's not permanent, but it takes you a little, maybe a good 20 minutes, half hour to A, integrate all the memories, and B, like just deep breathing exercises until your brain just stops overheating for a sec, you know?
Yeah.
The pain does, though, eventually go away at that point.
Okay.
Okay. So, for amongst the audience, those who are new here or might have been just listening in for the first time, what does your routine look like, real quick? Just a fresher.
Oh, well, Orta's very much an early riser, so he usually gets up a solid like hour before anybody else does on the ship. Meditates for a while, drinks whatever morning drink he may drink on that particular day. Could be tea, could be coffee. And after sort of finishing up that, he makes sure to spend a decent chunk of time, like dedicates like at least a half hour to sort of just meditating with his lightsaber, kind of trying to dig into the details of kind of just like keeping, basically just taking in the condition of like the kyber crystal that is in it, and make sure that it's, not getting any more damaged and is on the path to recovery as best he can. It's still something he's very much new to doing, if that makes sense. So I don't imagine he's able to glean all the information that he wants, but he's trying to figure out how to do so.
Okay. Everybody else, what are you doing?
Like I said, Mibble's trying to meditate.
Okay. What are you doing while you're meditating? You just trying to like clear your mind? Are you trying to think about something in specific? Are you trying to visualize anything? Or are you just repeating
Being
like
this-
"Don't hurt my head, don't hurt my
Being
head"
this
on a
is
loop?
new, he more or less isn't sure how to go about it.
Okay.
So he just sort of like sits there, closes his eyes, and just tries to relax. Not really thinking of anything, but yeah.
Okay. I need you to roll me something here.
Okay.
Can you give me a wisdom check, please?
Wisdom? Okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my wisdom is not good. That is not good. That's going to be a 9.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check now, please.
Intelligence, I'm great at. And that is going to be 16.
So your brain's kind of on overdrive as you're trying to figure out how to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
And you might just be overthinking it a little bit, but in the sense that like you just can't seem to get your inner monologue to shush up. It's kind of like you're trying to figure out how to do it, but
This is so annoying. Why do I have to go through this?
exactly,
Why me?
sort
Why
of deal.
Me? Why me?
Yeah, I need more coffee. I'm not paid enough for this shit. You know, the usual stuff that goes on through Mabel's head. But that being said, you're smart enough to know that you've got 2 force sensitives on board who are trained, and that you might be able to get some measure of.
I know Kodev has already talked to me, and he did give me notes, so I'm also trying to use those notes to help me along.
Okay.
I don't think Uta is a rare that I'm not force sensitive yet.
Maybe not. But yeah, your role was not amazing.
Yep.
So yeah, it seems to be frustrating you more than anything else right now. Since you did have the notes though from Kodev, if you can be so kind as to give me a second wisdom check.
Okay, that's a little better. That's going to be a 17.
Okay. You this time seem to take a deeper breath and you try again, following the method Kodav gave you, and it seems to be working better than whatever you were trying to do on your own. As you breathe in and breathe out and just focus on your breathing, and you start to be a little bit more aware of your environment. You hear, the sounds of the footsteps of the boots of one of your comrades walking, on the floor of the ship outside your room, going probably to the cockpit or something.
Either Ziva or Omni.
Yeah, you hear the clicking of
Nixie's claws.
No, I was gonna say the ticking. Sorry, not the clicking. More like the ticking of something in the hyperdrive that's maybe a little bit out of alignment. Being a specialist, if you will, of mechanics, you're starting to hear all the little idiosyncrasies of the ship, things that are slightly out of tune, or minor things, nothing that'll actually affect the ship's main operations, but let's just say that you're intimately connected.
He sort of cocks his head a little bit, and okay, that's interesting. Makes note of what he's hearing, and maybe brings it up with Ziva later.
And as you're hearing these things, then yes, you hear some clicking sounds, and you just hear in your head a voice.
Uh-oh.
And it says, "Oh, we did not know you were around."
What?
We did not know you could do this. Orta, through the hive mind, you're aware that Nixie has sensed Mibble sensing her in the ship.
Which in turn makes me sense that Mibble is now force sensing.
It cascades, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And for you, Gemma, I mean,
Why do I feel this weird sensation?
Where do I feel all these weird sensations? What the hell is this?
Fuck! A new voice in my head.
And did you call me Gemma?
Oh, not Gemma. Sorry.
It's not even the show.
I know, she's not even around anymore. She left a long time ago. Look, y'all between the Zuris, the Zivas...
Gemma was never on this show. It wasn't even Gemma. Gemma is V6.
Oh, no, that's another character she did for the very beginning of when I was using the... Wow, that's old. That's an old-ass character. That's like a 3-year-old character. I don't even know where my brain went there. All right, moving on.
But yes,
something
feels
weird. Sort of freaking out and wondering if maybe Nixie slipped something in one of his coffees.
There you go, right?
We could teach her how to do that.
But needless to say, you have
ideas.
successfully managed to.
Does that mean I'm part of the hive too now?
No. So
No,
that's the
no, you
funny
just drink
thing.
the
You
Kool-Aid.
just force. It's more like one force sensitive senses another. So you're aware of their presence
But
through the
Nibble does not
force.
know this.
No, exactly. And the reason you were able to talk to them is because Orta has that ability to talk to people without using his mouth. Well,
His lack of mouth.
what's left of his mouth, or of his non-mouth.
The overbite of the century.
Yeah, we don't talk about the overbite of the century. Anyway, but all that to say, yes, you've managed to basically, at the very least, receive and sense, the presence of others around you.
Yeah, Nibble's a little freaked out at this.
Yeah, as one would be.
And
Um,
since they're connected
yep.
to the Force, I imagine they feel. Does that emotion project? Sort of like through the connection? Out of curiosity.
You know what, Mibble? Roll me another wisdom's check, please.
That's going to be a 7.
Yes.
Mm.
You feel Mibble's afraid, definitely.
He's like panically, what is this? Did she slip something in my coffee?
No. And then Orta will sort of send a message to Mibble through the hive mind.
Well, through the force at this point, but yes.
Yeah, through the Force / hive, but the connection isn't through the hive mind presently? ? Sort of. This gets.
I mean, you
confusing
could do
when
it
there's this many
directly
connections.
as well, since you can
Yeah.
feel each other in the force now, but yes.
Yeah, but I'll be like, if you need, I'll head you away. As Orta will sort of get up from his current exercise and begin
Okay.
headed towards Nibble's quarters.
Very good. As this is happening, Kodav, what are you up to?
Kodav is, I guess, I believe there were empty rooms we could use for training and whatnot, correct?
I mean, I'm sure that
On-
you
on
can
the
find a
ship?
room that's currently unoccupied. I mean, it's a spaceship. It's not a massive one, but it's big enough that you probably have a room somewhere where you can do some form of practicing, yes?
Yeah, Kodav's just gonna go just do some lightsaber training.
Okay. So yeah, you try to find a room that's big enough, but again, you are a force practitioner. You're aware of your surroundings. You're able to practice your form without hitting the ceilings or the walls here.
Yeah, I mean, I presume, he would, keep himself to the center of the room to avoid, hull damage.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he's gonna just, get his sweat on and do some training.
Very good.
Isn't Brian?
Okay. And Only, what are you up to first thing in the morning here? Aside from, the weirdest conversation you've ever heard in your brain between Mibble, Orta, and the hive mind.
Only staying the hell out of that one. She was like, no thank you. I'm good. Hive mind's weird enough.
We're good. We do not need to get involved.
We have a handle on this, so we do not need to get involved.
There you go.
We are handling this, so we do not need to handle this.
when the entire crew just ends up feeling like multiple personality disorders. Oh Jesus! All right,
You brought this on yourself.
I regret nothing. This is hilarious. Mm-hmm.
After the conversations that she's had with Ziva over the last few days, or the lack of, Onley's now kind of taken it to. She's kind of staying more towards the common areas, so, she'll get up and when she has breakfast, she'll have it in the common eating area. If she's working on something, she'll post up in one of the common areas. And then just periodically, she'll just take a walk around the strip, stretch her legs, and kind of just keep an eye on where everyone's at and what they're up to, just so that she has a better understanding of what is going on with the group in general. So that if someone asks questions, she might actually have an answer.
Okay.
Ziva might have gotten in our heads.
That's fine. Okay. So. That being said. Orta, you said you were on your way to Mimble's room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once Orta gets there, he'll sort of give a small knock on the door.
Okay.
Mibble is sort of freaking out. His door is not locked at the moment.
Probably making things worse, Orta will project into your mind saying, I'm coming in. Sorry, we are coming in. And
Okay.
once the door slides open, Orta will enter.
Mibble is just sitting on the bed with this, like, with his hands on his head, is like, oh my god, what the heck?
Orta's going to say, to start off, you have not been given anything to make you a part of the hive mind of
Oh, thank God.
of the group. You're
Or whatever.
You're not part of us.
you're not a part of us, but you are connected to the Force now, as well. I imagine you've been able to infer at this point.
Yeah, it happened when we were underground. Don't know how.
You were successfully able to tap into the Force for a moment there, and that was how that connection was made. It was less of a you were a part of the machine so much as you were making a phone call.
Okay. So she didn't drug me.
No.
Good.
But you did successfully tap into the Force, which is commendable.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how this happened.
The Force works in mysterious ways.
Oh, please don't give me those lectures.
Well, I don't know why you were able to tap into it either, why you have this connection, so that's the answer I can give. The secret is, that's the answer when we don't have one.
How convenient.
When in doubt, it's the will of the Force.
It's the will of the Force. It is very convenient, that's why we use it.
Yeah, so Nipple is still a little shaky, but he's calms down a little bit.
If you ever need help with any of this, I don't know how good of a teacher I would be, but I am glad to be able to. We are glad to be able to lend a helping hand.
Yeah, just to let you know, Kodav is aware as well. Kind of trying to give me a few notes.
Good. We're glad to hear this. Kodav is a very insightful individual when it comes to all of this. So I'm glad that we're glad. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to that again. We're glad that
The brain starts leaking out of your ear.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, it's confusing.
We understand. Don't worry.
But yes. We are in this together. I think we think this is the right thing to say in this context.
Yes. And we are happy that we will be now able to joke directly with our friend about eating him.
What?
Well, welcome to that knowledge. They were never serious and they never did it.
Yet.
We were
We
never
would
serious.
never, we would never
I
hurt a
saved
friend.
her butt, so she better not eat me.
We would not do that unless it was our only solution left.
Even then.
Again, we are joking.
Didn't know she knew how to be humorous.
We were taught.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I think there's more coffee ready.
Yeah, might need a couple a little later.
And if we are ever awake at the same time, join me for meditation. I will. I imagine the notes are helpful, but more hands-on teaching tends to be a little bit more helpful, at least for me.
I'll keep it in mind.
Orta will sort of turn towards the door and head out.
Okay.
Mibble just falls back on his bed, is like, oh my god, why is this happening?
That's because you played with the Rakatan data pads. But that being said, right?
What
But that
what was that, Nixie?
that she played with the Rakatan data pad. I mean, in the sense, it was a
I
card draw.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just mean it.
Oh, you made it. Like, okay, I get you. But yeah. So at that point, you make it into the like you make it out of Mibble's room. Mibble, you barely have time to say that to yourself that you hear a small alarm reminding you that the ship is about to come out of hyperspace.
Mm-hmm.
And while Ziva is no doubt the one piloting right now, that's still a sign for all of you to, get ready, as the ship is probably about to come out of hyperspace. So, I don't know, do you guys want to go, like, sit in the cockpit? Do you want to go back and nap? Like, what are you guys doing?
Heading
Mibble's
to
gonna be
gathering
in his
area.
room for a bit.
Kadev is gonna have whatever the equivalent of a shower is on a spaceship.
Sonic shower, let's go.
Orta will take a seat in the sort of whatever, like, the central gathering area is on the ship.
Okay.
Only sitting
Okay.
there, and she probably looks up at Orta when he walks in and goes, "You really need to work on your skills with offering advice to people." Comes off a little awkward.
Really? You think so? I thought I did.
You did well until you
I
got
don't
to the end, and then it just kind of...
Oh.
Yeah.
Orta looks slightly crestfallen. Like, I see. I see.
You need to work on your closing statement. How about an "I'm always here if you need anything"? Or word of encouragement.
We'll give it a shot.
I've heard positive reinforcement works well.
Hang in there.
Oh, don't be that cheesy, but yes.
I see. This is a tough balance to find.
Hang in there before I slice off your niece. That works too.
It feels threatening.
Does it? My bad.
Kodav will enter the common area. Um, Very casual, like wife. I mean, do wife beaters exist in the Star Wars universe?
They had to wear something underneath all those robes.
Listen.
I guess they do now. He's got, he's got like like casual pants, a wife beater and a towel around his neck. His lightsaber's holstered. Um, he's has some sort of like orange concoction in like you know a drink mix bottle.
Okay.
He's like finishing up his gym bro session for the day.
Okay. So you enter the room as you see Orta finishing up his talk here, right? And as all this happens, the common area, for lack of a better term, right, lights up a little bit as a display kind of shows the ship on its vector of approach. As you see Nar Shaddaa in all of its glory, it's a moon. It does orbit the planet of Nal Hutta, which is where the Hutts live. Nal Hutta is a fetid, disgusting swamp-like planet that very much resembles the Hutts themselves in that sense. And as a result, it is inhospitable and very disagreeable to the anatomy of most species. But the Hutts, of course, consider it aesthetically beautiful, a thing of beauty, and basically view it as paradise. Nal Shaddaa, by contrast, is a moon that has been entirely covered in cityscape. Very much like Coruscant, but on a miniature scale, if that makes sense by comparison. Of course, I had to inhale sideways. And I mean, it's known for being, the place you want to go to if you want to disappear. Everybody there is, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of smuggling, a lot of criminal elements, a lot of dark corners and clubs and casinos and whatever you want to think of, really, where you can go and get yourself lost and disappear for a while. The fun thing, too, is if Nal Hutta is basically the Hutt's paradise, Nar Shaddaa is the face of their criminal empire, if you want to call it that. And, of course, most Hutts and cartels and whatnot are always vying for control, of the different pieces of the pie, if you want to call it that. The different districts, the different industries. Basically, if it makes you credits on Nar Shaddaa, there's some form of a criminal gang, element, hut, whatever, who's either behind it or who wants a piece of it. That being said, if we want to take that one step further, as you see, the ship flying over the cityscape, you guys arrive at an hour where the moon is between the sun and Nal Hutta, which means there is daylight. It is not permanently dark. However, that rotation will happen where eventually Nar Shaddaa will be behind Nal Hutta from the sun, and then no matter how many times it revolves around itself, it'll be darkness. So it has a day-night cycle, but just not all the time, basically. However, you do arrive at a time where it does have a day-night cycle, and the view that you see coming in is breathtaking. It's a massive, sprawling city, and what you see is basically giant buildings with landing pads sticking out of them, right? You see advertisements, neons everywhere, patrol ships, traffic, speeders, you name it, going about in a oddly coordinated ballet of autopilots narrowly dodging one another. And funny enough, Ziva does not land the ship on any of those flying platforms. Instead, she snakes her ship between a few skyscrapers. And then you guys feel a lurch in your stomach as the ship takes a little bit more of elevation instead of going down. It's now going up. And what you guys see is basically what can only really be described as a low orbit station. It's elliptoid in shape, and on one of its side there's a massive gaping mag-fielded opening, which you can now tell is a hangar bay, as she pulls her ship into that station. And not that you can see it, but as soon as she does, a panel of Durasteel slowly comes down and shuts the opening, for lack of a better term, rendering the station basically closed, if you will. For those of you who are particularly alert to these things, you'll also notice there were a couple of turbo lasers sticking out the top, as this station is no doubt armed. And the extra attentive ones of you will have noticed the small glimmer of a shield, as clearly it is also equipped with some form of a deflector shield. Because somebody picked up a fortress card, giving her access to a base, and that is her base.
Huh.
So,
I don't have to fight. I don't have to fight for it.
No, you do not, or at least not that you know of, as you pull in to this space station. Let me finish telling the story. Don't interrupt me.
Okay, I was like,
as you return into your space station, and you guys disembark from your spaceship, you're now in the hangar. And as you disembark from the ship, happy to be home, you hear a voice over the speakers. Well, you just saved us the trouble of having to hunt you down. Welcome home, little girl. You do have a fight. So let me get to it.
Oh, okay.
This is a virtue, young Padawan.
Kodav is going to lean over towards Ziva because he knows she's into some shady shit, and he's like, "Are they threatening you, or is this just aggressive welcoming?"
I'm confused as to what's happening, but
You don't see anyone around you, by the way. You just see, like I said, you just hear the voice on the speakers. And should you check your station systems, you'll notice real quick that most of them are locked. as if somebody had hacked into your systems remotely, or is remotely currently hacked into your systems. And most of the base's functions are currently locked out or on or offline, shall we say. You're quite capable of deducing that whoever's doing this is probably either on Nar Shaddaa or not far, but that's something you'll have to figure out. For now, at the very least, your ship is parked, and you guys are free to decide in which direction you want to go from here. So TLDR, you can use it as a parking lot for now, but if you want full base functions to be activated, yes, you'll have to do that whole hunting and down and potentially fighting or whatever once you figure out what's going on with that. But at the very least for now, you're parked. And hey, it's better than having to park down on the city and pay the egregious parking fees that some of those landing platform hustlers would have tried to levy out of you.
Okay,
Hey,
well, I
Mibble.
didn't know we were doing this first, so I guess we're gonna deal with it.
If you want to deal with it now, yes. Otherwise, again, that could be
Well,
done
I'm not
later.
gonna leave my ship here and it's being hacked. That just wouldn't make sense. So I guess
Well,
we're just gonna deal with this now. So
the ship's not being hacked, it's the fortress, but yes.
doesn't matter. So okay, well, I didn't mean to fly here, guys. I'm sorry. So I suppose we need to deal with this trouble.
Hey, Mibble, you think you can find us the layout of this place?
If I could find a terminal, maybe.
It seems we have a bit of a venture on our hands.
Can't Mibble find an accessible
well-
terminal?
I was gonna have a conversation with Orta, your leader, but I feel like we should deal with this headache first, so we can be able to leave the station.
Okay. So, here's the deal. Wait 1 sec. So, here's the deal. You are now... in that fortress, right? Here, let me actually drop your tokens real quick. Make life a little easier for me. No, not just middles, the whole party's tokens. There we go. Why is that stupid circle not removing itself from existence? Okay, the tokens are bucking out. 1 second there. Come on, roll 20. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. You guys are properly on the map now. So, as I said, station seems for now to be mostly on lockdown. Mibble, there is a terminal nearby. You are free to attempt anything that you see fit with it.
Okay, where is the terminal at?
You've got 2 of them. You've got one on the left and one on the right. You can see them. They've got the
Okay,
big glowy
where
screens.
these big screens are.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna head over to the screen closest to me, get in the chair, and start going through stuff, trying to gain control.
Okay.
Tech
So-
roll, I take it.
Hmm?
Tech roll.
Yep, go for it.
That is gonna be a 30.
Okay. So you start trying to hack into this thing, and you bump into the first problem. The station is on lockdown, so most of the functions that you would be able to access by hacking into it are all basically inaccessible. The only thing you are capable of doing is actually figuring out where the remote signal that's currently hacking the station is coming from.
Mhm.
And basically, if you so choose, upload those coordinates into your data pad, so you can then go there on the planet and find where the signal's coming from if you so choose.
Definitely gonna do that.
Okay.
Am I able to do anything else or nah?
Nope, like I said, everything's on lockdown. There's very minimal access to functions right now. That's the whole purpose of a lockdown, right? You don't want hackers or whatever to take over your whole system.
Okay.
Ending the lockdown would require having access to wherever the signal was being sent from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now that you've downloaded those coordinates onto your datapad, what's up?
What is the others doing?
I think they're kind of waiting to see what you were doing, but I mean, is anybody else doing anything right now?
Are there any like containers that look like in here?
I mean,
Like some of
yes.
those boxes look like containers.
Yeah, no, there's boxes, there's containers in here.
I'm gonna check and see which containers are not locked.
So, okay. I will say this. This is Ziva's base, right? This is her station.
Well, there's someone taking over it. I'm looking
Yes.
for things to help us take it back.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you start rummaging through the boxes, trying to find some that might be unlocked. Zoro, do you have... Is your character the type to leave any boxes unlocked? Let's be real.
No.
So, yeah, unfortunately, it seems like every single box here is locked and coded.
No, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay. Only, how about you?
You only had to step away. Oh,
Oh,
they're back.
sorry, I did. Oh,
No, I'm back. The
You did though.
Oh.
Which mute button do I have on?
I don't know if she can hear us.
There you go. No, there it goes.
There we go.
excuse me.
I just had to find the right mute button, and which
You're
screen
good.
it was on, and which screen was blocked by what object on my desk. I mean, no, Only pretty much at this point is waiting for either one of the techie people to let us in or the okay to beat down the door. So,
Okay.
she's not rummaging through shit because it seems like it belongs to... If we know it belongs to Ziva, she's definitely not touching it. But, yeah, she's just gonna be like, okay, I'm ready. The muscle is here and ready when you guys are ready.
Okay. So, Mibble, now that you've got those coordinates, anything else you want to do?
I guess we're gonna have to try to leave this place and find out where this place is. So, I'll reconvene and Let him know I found some coordinates.
Okay.
If we're trapped in my ship, then I would like to use my Citrus kit to get out, please.
So a few things. You are not trapped in your ship.
Okay.
You were able to get out of your ship. You're in the hangar. There is no there's no issue aside from the fact that you can't access most of the functions when it comes to the station itself. But if you guys want to leave the station, you are capable of doing so. It's just basically the equivalent of somebody having seized access to everything and just basically locking you out, more than you being locked in and a prisoner, if that makes sense.
Okay, so we are trying to get into the station itself to...
You could choose to get in, but again, Mibble just brought you a data pad with the coordinates from the signal that was hacking your station, and it is on planet. So barging and breaking into your station would not do much. You might have to just...
I don't know if there's no one here, though, so I want to see if there's anyone here.
Okay, no problem. So yes, in that case, you might have to get the kit and break through your door.
Because I'm not leaving my ship here if there's people here.
Completely understandable. You want to give the
No.
whole station a once-over before you head on out. Makes sense. Absolutely. Okay. So you said you were going to use a kit, sorry, to get through the door?
I'm gonna use my Slicer's kit, yes.
Okay. Give me a minute. I'm just pulling up the... There we go. Tool proficiencies, Slicer's kit. So you try to hack your way in?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So while Mibble was not able to remotely hack, anything, because again all the computers are under lockdown and everything, you know your station like the back of your hand. I'm gonna let you do this at advantage, if you want to give me the roll.
Wait, I'm confused. Is this the fortress that
Yes.
station that I got? Okay, so I don't know this station then.
I thought that was your base.
No. I got
It
the
was
fortress
gotten through a
card.
card.
That was a card. I had to fight to claim the base.
Yes.
That's why I'm so confused right now.
Okay.
I have no base on Nar Shaddaa.
Okay. So my apologies for that. But we're going to do this a little differently then. Okay.
Okay. That's why I was confused. I'm like, I have
So,
never been here before. I don't know what I'm doing.
I was going to just have it be something that you had and that you would have to reclaim, basically, to give you the fight nonetheless, but make it a little bit more organic story-wise. But if it has to be done...
Not told to me, so I did not do that. Sorry.
I thought I made that clear earlier when we were having our conversation, but clearly I was not clear. I do apologize for that. That's me and my poor mastery of English, because I did mention it's your base, but maybe I thought that was implied. It's my bad for making that way. That changes almost everything, unfortunately. Okay, well...
Sorry, that's the fortress card. I
know. Again, I was just
I was
making
not
it a little...
told, so I don't
I was
know
just
what
trying
I'm
to
doing.
make it a little more organic.
I was not told that, so sorry.
Nope, that's fine. Again, I thought that was clear when I talked to you, and clearly I was not clear, which I do apologize for. That's, again, like I said, English is not my native tongue. Subtleties sometimes escape me. Okay, so do you want me to just reset that then?
No, well, yes and it, so just, yeah, I will try to slice into my
So you
system.
just know... So I was gonna say, you know a local access hatch not far from the door where you can basically bypass the computer by basically unplugging the wires that would connect it to the computer, plug those directly into your Slicer's kit, basically, and try to bypass the computer itself. Yeah, give me your roll. I believe it's a tech roll, yeah? If it's the Slicer's kit.
It would be intelligence then if that was the case.
Yes, it's
Unless you
intelligence
want me to do
based.
technology.
Well, I mean, technology goes off of your intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you can give me a tech roll. And if you're using the kit,
I'm using the kit. I'm legit using the kit.
Yes, I'm trying to remember if it's the kit. Is it advantage that it gives you, or is it a flat bonus? I always forget how they keep changing that stuff. I don't remember how it was in Star Wars 5e. Let me check real quick.
It's usually intelligence plus your modifier or your modifier and proficiency.
Yeah,
Okay,
if it's
so
tool, it's intelligence.
Go for that then.
Okay, 28.
Okay, yeah, no, that works. You see the red light above the door change to a pleasant green as you hear some clinking and clanking as the maglocks on the door disengage, and eventually it hisses open, allowing you access to the rest of your station. If you go through... Sorry?
I said I go in.
Okay. You go in, and funny enough, everything here looks untouched. You see no trace of anybody having stolen anything, no trace of pillaging, things are not upended in a mess. Nothing's broken, nothing's missing off the walls. As you go deeper into the station and get to the command center of the station, again, you have to kind of turn the lights on and everything as you go, because again, all the lights are turned off. And by the time you get there, you haven't encountered a single person. You haven't encountered a soul in here.
Okay, so can I trace to see who's blocking my ship?
Yeah, sure. I mean, go for it.
Okay, what roll do you want?
This one I'll ask for a tech roll.
19. Sorry, 20.
Okay. You start trying to trace the signal, and you're able to get a general location, but it's not the most precise spot in the world. It gives you a general district, a general building that the person might be in, maybe. But you have no idea what floor, and again, it's a mega city, right? So that's a little bit vague, if we'll call it that. Mibble, you had tried and done the same and gotten a set of coordinates out of that earlier.
Yep.
Do you want to maybe take the opportunity to maybe give them at this point, seeing how you see her do all this stuff? And yeah, okay. So Ziva, Mibble hands you a data pad with a set of coordinates on it. And you recognize that you're able to cross-reference that with the hacking you just did and go and see that, it's the same area. And hers are Mibble's coordinates are a little bit more precise. But it does give you an exact location as to where the signal that's messing with your station might be coming from.
Okay.
So, that being said, and having that set of coordinates, Do you guys want to go deal with that right away? Do you guys want to do other things on the planet first? What's the deal?
I mean, if there's someone actively fucking with us that's on the planet, we might want to
Yeah.
at least see if it's something doable first.
It would be ideal to have a sort of haven, a safe haven to go to.
When you kick someone's ass, I'm all for that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Go with you guys no matter what, so.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you guys make your way back to the ship?
No, you don't fly a ship around Nar Shaddaa. We just find one of those speeders that fits multiple people.
Even better. Perfect. So, you guys hire yourself or find a airspeeder to head back towards those coordinates. And as you guys head towards the exit hatch, you do hear that voice again over the speakers, and it says, "And if you're coming this way, make sure you bring my credits." And that's the last thing you hear before the PA system kind of
You just hear
shuts off with an
Kodav.
audible talk, you know?
You just
Of
hear
like somebody-
Kodav just unconsciously
closing
say out loud, "I really hope this isn't a fucking hut."
I mean, the voice was basic, and from what you know of Hutts, they usually really do stick to speaking Huttese. It's quite rare that you'll hear a Hutt speak basic. Actually, it's pretty much unheard of. But yeah, a few minutes later, you see one of those giant air speeders kind of pull up to the station. As again, like most metropolises, there is a speeder that is like a taxi speeder service, if you want to call it that.
Alright, how close can we get with the speeders to where the signal's coming from? As
I mean, you guys have a set of coordinates, right? So
Only looks
you can
at
drop right
me.
on the building if you want, but that's entirely up to you guys. Do you want to maybe ask the taxi's droid what building those coordinates correspond to? That could be an option.
Only's fine either way.
I mean, again, you guys are the players. I'm giving you an environment. You choose what you want to do with it. Not all at once.
I mean, Kodav's medical, so he's like, you know.
But Only will ask about the building.
Okay. So you ask the droid, you know, what those coordinates correspond to, and the droid looks back at you and he says, "Oh, this is one of the numerous signal relay stations found on Nar Shaddaa."
It's a relay station, and I'm gonna look over at the techie people who have some idea of what all this means, because Only does not.
Those are used to boost a signal so that, you know, you can send a signal far enough out of a
I know that.
designated location.
I know that. Only doesn't care about that shit.
Sorry.
So she's
I
looking
didn't know
for.
if that was an out of character way of saying I don't know what this is, or sorry,
No,
my bad.
no.
Or you're role playing. All right, sorry, keep going. My bad.
She's gonna look over at Nibble and Ziva and goes, "Do we relay station? That doesn't sound like someplace someone would hole up to get to. It sounds like someplace they'd travel the signal through. I don't know.
Sort of, yeah.
I don't know anything about these things. Is this really the coordinates?"
That's what I got off the computer.
And Mabel, you know the coordinates are accurate. You're good enough in tech to know
Yep.
that you didn't F up on that one.
I wasn't trying to say that the coordinates were inaccurate. I was trying to say that maybe the coordinates are to the relay.
Are they using a
the signal's
VPN?
moving through. Yeah. Yeah, that's essentially what I was trying to get at without having her say that. It's a proxy.
This is where I got the signal from, so.
I mean, okay. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to go there? Do you want to park nearby and try and sneak up? Like, what's the tactic here? Go in, kick down the door, smack some people around? We can do that. Alright, that sounds like my plan then.
Knocking on the door sounds fine. Kick it down.
Kick it down. No one's gonna stop me, that's what she's gonna do.
Okay. So you guys are hopping on the cab then?
Yeah.
Okay. You hop in on the cab, and it, of course, immediately, departs as soon as the last few of you are hopped on. And it heads straight for the city of Nar Shaddaa. And after half an hour, 40 minutes of transit, it lands you guys in front of a modest relay station. And by modest, I mean it's pretty damn big still, but it's not one of those, massive ones that are probably overseen by a very large corporation or whatnot. It's something, probably that was funded either by cartels or criminal elements of some kind, because you can see that the fencing surrounding it is covered in graffiti. There's no guards at the gate per se, like outside the gate or around the actual entrance gate to the fencing. It looks a little run down, honestly. Just from looking at the damn place, it looks a little on the rundown side of things. You're not seeing any official policing of any kind near it either.
No one's
on top
stopping
of
on
the
me.
door-
She's going up to the door and aggressively pushing the buzzer button. Those people
Okay.
that just boom, 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 they don't let it go. Yeah, she's gonna be obnoxious.
You go and you start slamming. You go and you start slamming the doorbell.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah. And you see like painted, like hand painted even in basic above the door in red, and it just says "Go away."
Ah, sounds like we can
But-
do this the fun way.
I can't read. You can't stop me.
Barbarian things. Okay. So, do you keep buzzing, or do you just kick the door down at that point?
No, she's kicking the door
Or
down
you
at that
should-
point.
Oh, you're kicking the door down? Okay. So, you wind up a kick, and you're going to have to give me a strength check.
Hang on, I actually have to find my character sheet in the barrage of things I have up on my screens.
Sorry.
Ooh. Just a straight check. Athletics?
Sure.
Can't use athletics.
I mean, it's more if you were, like, pushing it around. Are you just, like, kicking it, or are you just, like, trying to forcibly open it?
Depends on what direction the door opens. Is it a swing door or is it a sliding door?
It's a slide door.
Yeah. So she's gonna pull
You
the
can tell
door
it's a slide
apart.
door. Yeah, I was about to say kicking it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just grab the sides and, yes, give me the athletics check.
Okay, 16. 20, sorry, 26. I forgot to add the 1.
I was about to say, there's a bit of a difference between 60 and 26.
My brain just was like, no,
It's
we're not
kind of-
adding the 1.
It's kind of annoying because there isn't, like, a really good purchase on the door itself, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But there's enough grooves in it that you kind of manage to kind of like wedge your fingers into the grooves on the door and just flex those muscles of yours. And it resists for about maybe 5 seconds before you start to hear a bit of a high-pitched whine as the motors made to shut that door start to kind of... You know that noise when, like, an electric motor is turned off and you just turn one of the components, there's like that high-pitched whirring sound almost that comes through? That's kind of the sound that you hear as you slowly start opening the door forcibly.
That's fine. I don't care about the integrity of this door.
After a little while, you hear a loud like crack or snap as something gives out, and you just ram the door all the way open.
Hot damn. Remind me not to piss you off.
It's usually a bad idea.
You can see who was raised on a world of Wookiees. As you look in, you see... One sec here. As you look in, you see, like, wrappers and, like, discarded food containers and little else, really. And it's a pretty straightforward hallway. There's a few doors, like one you can see is like a bathroom, the other one is probably some form of living quarters. And then past that is obviously a door with, you know, comm center written on top of it in basic. Like I said, this building doesn't exactly look very high-end, like I said. For lack of a better term, it feels and looks a little bit ghetto. But yeah, so you're now confronted with the choice of which door you want to barge through as you enter this place.
Mara, look back over at Ziva, since this is someone we're looking for her. She goes, do you want the right one or the left one opened?
I'm sorry, which one? What are we looking at?
Comm center, living quarters, bathroom.
They're always in the
Dibble
bathroom.
is going to go
Always.
for the comm center and take a look
So,
around.
so it's the bathroom, the door you're kicking down?
No. Sarcasm. Yeah, the comm center sounds like the logical one, but that also could be the too obvious of a choice. But hey, we're here to kick down doors and kick some asses, aren't we?
Alright. We're gonna see if we can pry apart door number 2.
Okay, that's the comm center door, yeah?
At this point, it doesn't matter if the door is locked or unlocked. The point is to break the doors.
I see there's just a I am fed up with their crap and we will make them pay moment. Got it.
Yeah.
You grab the door to the comm center area. And same scenario applies here. Give me the roll, please. The athletics.
This die was nice last time. Let's see if it's nice again. How about a math? 25. I dislike that her modifiers are 7. I don't like adding by 7.
So, same scenario, same result, you'll tell me, yeah? As another high-pitched whine later, you have effectively broken 2 more door engines, if you want to call them, door locks or whatever as you just forcibly open that sliding door. Again, that metal, that durasteel sliding door. Which grants you access to the comm center's actual nerve center, if you want to call it that. And I'm going to take us to a small map here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm moving this over there. There we go. There we go. You guys should be able to see the map now.
What is it?
Do you see a map?
Yes. I'm just attempting to arrange it on my screen.
I will assume here that Only walked in first, considering she's the one who was breaking the door open. So if you guys want to put Only first and rearrange yourselves behind her in whichever way you choose, the door is wide enough once fully open for 3 of you to walk abreast. So feel free to adjust as you see fit.
Urgent be taking the lead next to Only.
Sure. Okay. And we don't need the old turn order. Those can get deleted. There we go. And you walk in. And as you... Oh, sorry. And as you walk in, you see somebody sitting in a chair between those 2 consoles. And you recognize the greenish, bumpy skin, almost bug-like eyes, and weird forehead appendages of a Rhodian.
Anli's gonna have this giant grin on her face. The kind of the grin that just kind of is like, please, give me a reason.
He definitely looks a little, like, freaked out at first, especially by the sheer amount of people in the room, if that makes sense. And he kind of, like, rapidly spins around on the chair when he hears you guys coming in, grabbing something on the table, but that was behind him, basically, that's between you guys and him. And he quickly stands up and says, "Well, you guys got here a little faster than I was expecting. I thought at least I had another half hour. You'll have to excuse me for being so unprepared." So? And he kind of looks at all of you.
I'm waiting to see if Ziva recognizes this guy.
She would not. She's
don't
never
know
seen
who
this
he
guy
is.
before. She's never seen this guy before. I can tell you that much. I'm waiting for my credits.
I don't know who you are.
And he kind of looks at you and he says, does that really matter? I work for
Yes.
somebody who you pissed off. And apparently, you and your little gang of stooges here owe that somebody a frickload of money.
You're gonna have to be more
If you
specific.
want your... Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to be more specific with that.
Look, I'm a bounty hunter. I'm not about to reveal my client's name. Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. You either pay up, and my boss gives you back your little house in the sky, or I push a button.
So terrifying. What does the button do?
I thought you'd never ask. Give me a minute.
Oh,
He
take your
just
time.
setting it up. He just wanted. I think he's attention needy.
Maybe just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a bit.
Maybe he's been sitting in this dark, dusty room a little too long.
Look, I'm gonna drop you his token now that I'm gonna drop all the tokens as he presses the button. But like, you're gonna look at his at what he looks like, and you're gonna see that his style screams attention needy.
Seems like he has performance anxiety, I won't lie.
I'm not gonna lie, you're probably right. Let me drop the token. Come on. 20. There it is. Should work. There we go. So I will just bring him back to size, and I'll shift Z him for you guys to laugh at him. See what I mean?
It's one of these assholes.
It's one of those. It's a Rhodian. He's got a goddamn, hat that's halfway between a cowboy hat and a fedora. Like, I don't know what to tell
His
you.
boot in his hat.
But
Definitely locked in this room for far too long.
probably. Speaking
Okay, so what does the button do?
I'm getting...
You're just kind of half threatening here. You're definitely just half threatening because I'm not shaking.
Right. My
Buttons can be
bad.
fun sometimes. Just saying.
Are you new? I think they're new.
Oh, we got a new hire? Ugh.
It's the usual. As, 4 of those automatic turrets just pop out of the ceilings.
That's really uncreative. I thought it'd be a better button.
Wait, it's a button of hand over the money or I shoot?
I mean, the turrets shoot, but yes.
Oh, he's outsourcing. To AI.
when you've literally been going down the outsourcing chain where like the crime boss hires the bounty hunter who basically sets up turrets so he doesn't have to do the job. It's just like, come on, man.
You can't get good help these days. Everyone just
Right.
wants to outsource. No one wants to get their hands dirty.
I would like to. So he's just holding this controller in his hand.
No, he just pushed the button and the turrets came out. They all locked onto you guys, but they haven't fired yet.
Okay, do I get the sense that he has to hit a button to have it fire at us?
Give me a tech roll.
Uh, 16.
Okay. You know that those turrets are relatively sophisticated? And he literally, what he said just now was true. No, the turrets will actually fire at you if you guys take aggressive action. But until you do, they won't. Which does give you a little bit of room to edge out an advantage if you so choose. Maybe take him by surprise or something, Funny enough, the remote he has probably also has the button to deactivate the turrets.
if that changes anything.
Are there any wires sticking out of the turrets at all?
No, they seem to be basically coming out of the ceiling, basically like they're like a trap door opens and they pop out kind of deal.
I don't see any wires on them.
I mean,
Any
they're
exposed
turret
wires.
The design usually for them, if we take the Old Republic design for turrets, usually didn't, but I would chalk that up maybe to the video game not having amazing graphics back in those days. So you know what? I'll say realistically speaking, they probably would to some degree.
I would like to have like my hands behind my back and take off my belt a device that when I hit the button it turns into rings, and I would like to throw my chakrams at both of the turrets.
Okay, the ones near you or the ones ones near you guys? I'm assuming.
Yes, there's only
No, there's four. There's two more in the back, but that's so the two next to you. Okay.
Well, unless you allow me to boomerang them, but they are returning.
Probably with a harder DC. If you want to boomerang them, go ahead. I'll maybe bounce them off the walls at a certain angle. I would allow it. Just you'd have to give me a slightly higher roll than if you're just shooting at 2 targets.
Okay. Do you need 2 rolls then for the separate chakrams?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I think it's easier if we do 2 rolls that way. If you roll low on one, you might still make the other. You know, it's not all or nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 23 on the first one.
Okay. Can you give me the second one?
And nat 20 for 27.
Okay. So here's what happens. You throw both of them, right? And the one that you throw on the left hits the first turret, right? With a shower of sparks, of course. But it kind of glances off the first turret weird, and just kind of clanks on the floor after hitting the first tower. Actually, wait, your chakrams are auto-return,
They're
right?
returning.
Yeah. So after hitting the first one, it just kind of curves weirdly and then just loops back into your hand. The right one, where you nat 20, however, hits the first one, bounces, hits the second one on the top right corner, then bounces again and hits the third one that your other chakram did not hit before zipping right past this guy's head, blowing his hat off of it, speaking of, leaving it kind of like partially cut, you know what I'm saying, and returning into your hand. And he's like, my hat! And then he looks around the room. Roll me damage, please. So regular damage on 1 and crit on the other 3.
Does sneak attack count on this?
Because you did it before initiative happens, I would consider him surprised. But it's not out of stealth, so give me a minute to check here how it works for that. I do have... Give me a minute. And I know how operators work. I do play one, so I know how they function. I'm just double checking here. Remind me what type of operative you are?
A shadow killer.
Okay. There he is. Right, that's the poisons and shadow one. Okay. And then it's... Right. If I operative. Give me 1 second. No, sorry, that's from another one. So no, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give you sneak attack on that because he, you kind of taunted him, had him push the button, knowing you were starting a fight, kind of thing. You still get the drop on him, so I would have allowed surprised, but not necessarily sneak attack in and of itself. Which means you guys will still get a whole extra round, basically, after you do this particular damage. It's not going to be straight to him, basically. So go ahead.
Well, I rolled like shit on the first one.
Okay.
It's 7 on the first one. Do you do brutal critical or do you double dice?
We are brutal critical enabled now, as per your levels and everything.
So, so 20 damage on the other one. On the crit.
Okay, and that's on all 3 of the other ones. Give me a minute here.
I don't know if that takes out at least one of the turrets.
That's what I'm mathing out right now. So, the 3 turrets that you crit fucking explode in a spark of showers. They're gone. The last one that you sort of missed the throw a little bit, that one is still standing, but there are sparks showering out of it at intervals. It's not doing super duper good, and like I said, you've managed to chop off his
Hat?
Yeah. You managed to chop off his hat, and leaving him quite irritated.
And then I'm going to quickly cloak myself.
Okay, so you do that, and then you just vanish.
You're using Kodav's old art, by the way.
Yeah, it was never updated in his character sheet for some reason. So I was moving it from map to map, and I think somewhere along the line I accidentally switched it back to his old art. Let me see if I can find it on one of the other maps, because it was never updated on his sheet. I have to do the same thing with Nibble for some reason, because that one's avatar bricked.
I thought I...
Okay, there we go. I got yours, Kodav. Give me a minute. I'll bring it over.
Oh, no, I did.
Yeah, there we go. Up. Sorry about that. My bad. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen again by also bringing his copying all of those back to the main front page map. There we go. And then deleting the old token, which should resolve the issue. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, so he's basically left kind of looking around, panicking a little bit. And I'm going to ask everybody at this point to roll for initiative.
So I'm going to use my ability, Bad Feeling. When you need to roll for initiative, you can move up to your speed.
Yep.
This movement happens before the initiative order is determined.
Yeah.
So cloaked, I'm going to sneak up behind him.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I do have an advantage on initiative in this character.
Can you give me a stealth roll real quick? With advantage, because you're invis.
Oh, right. Oh, it's even better. That is a 26.
Okay, perfect. Okay. If I could just get your initiative put in. I'm gonna roll his.
Oh, right.
And close my character sheet by accident. That's some bullshit right there. Has a beyond shit roll.
Okay. So you could see that he's like having a moment of like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, as he fumbles at his belt and grabs a small spherical object and flicks the switch on it. There it is. Ziva, since you're right next to him, can you give me a small tech roll real quick?
Uh, 13.
Okay. You recognize this. It's a thermal detonator. It's basically a grenade on steroids, and he's about to chuck it at your squad. Considering you're in Viz, and he doesn't know where you are right now, do you want to try to do something before that goes off?
Like as a reaction?
Yeah. Because you're close enough to see it.
Oh yeah, if it's in his hand, I'll try to, with my chakram, try to, like, slice his hand to make him drop it.
The old Star Wars special. I like it. Alright. Give me an attack roll. Give me an attack roll.
It's 19.
Okay. That unfortunately hits. Can you give me a sneak attack damage roll here?
Point low for this. So that's 7 kinetic, and then for the sneak attack. What is it at 4? Uh, 19 for sneak attack.
Okay.
So 19 plus 7, whatever that is.
Okay. 26. So he pulls that thermal detonator from his belt, flicks the switch and is about to chuck it when you go ahead with your chakram and just chop his hand off at the wrist, right? He's flicked the switch on the thermal detonator. You have maybe like 3 seconds before it goes boom.
If you will allow me, I would like to push his body on top of it as I push off of him to duck behind the desk behind me.
Sure.
Do like a backwards acrobatics.
Sure,
kind of.
go nuts.
Do you need me to do acrobatics or roll or anything like that?
So, I will tell you this. I don't know if you remember Return of the Jedi. That thing that Leia, who was pretending to be a bounty hunter, flicked on was a thermal detonator, and then they flicked it back off. You can also turn it back off if you decide. It's entirely up to you. You can do the acrobatic kill thing too if you want.
I want to push his body on it, so he takes the brunt of it, and
I'm just making sure.
Flip.
I'm just making sure you knew of your options. My apologies. Very good. Okay, so
We don't
yeah,
want options. We want a murder hobo.
Look, you're free to do as you wish. That's the nice thing about a sandbox game, right? But yeah, sure. If you want to do that, I will let that happen. You caught him by surprise and you just chopped his hand off. He's basically bent over at this point, going, "Ah, fuck my head! What's wrong with you? Chopping my what?" And of course, at that point, you just punt him and do your backflip behind the desk. And
Because between me and Mibble, we can just easily scan to see what the fuck this guy was up to if all else fails, so I don't need no body.
well, either way, it goes boom. How do I put this? I think the first thing here is the smell. Because you just blew someone up. Partially carbonized them in the process with a thermal detonator, which, for flavor, I'm just saying this does fire and kinetic damage. So, it's burnt chunks flying around. Yeah, no, he's very, very much.
Oh, I killed him?
Oh yeah, you
Oh!
you chopped his hand off and then kaboom!
Oh.
That was
Chopped
the
off his hand and dropped him on top of an active grenade.
Ollie both looks
I don't
impressed.
assume his HP.
Here's the thing. You guys were right in the sense that he was quote unquote new. He was not exactly super duper high level. Let's put it that way.
Only is both
It's just
impressed
an
and sad
annoyance.
right now.
Sorry, Anli. Ziva will, like, when she hears, like, the splattering and, like, that's done, she'll just kind of peek her head over the desk to everyone. She's like, "Did I get him?"
So the one between
you
the
got
two
him,
of you
alright.
guys is completely slagged. The one you are hiding behind, however, the computer system on it, while damage is still serviceable, we'll call it that.
Wow, he was really impressive, guys.
Super impressive.
What,
His boss was cheap.
what you tell your new boyfriend when he's bad at bed? You were super impressive, hon. Oh, sorry. Easy joke.
So what are the possibilities that he has rigged some sort of failsafe that makes it so that the fortress that is presently floating falls?
Thankfully, in Nar Shaddaa, they don't work that way. That is kind of out of his control, but we can find out, as I will go on the computer and try to look up some information.
Alright. Give me the Tekaroni.
Do we still have to deal with the turret that's left, or no?
Can I just chuck an axe into it?
Yeah, go for it. You know what? Fuck it. Have fun.
Only's like, I have all this
You know
rage
what?
and nowhere to
You know
direct
what? You know
it
what?
now.
Why don't you all take out what's left of your rage on the tower? Just give it the old combo. Overkill it. Let's go. Show me what you can do. High enough damage, I'll give you guys an extra reward. Go for it. Go nuts. Blast the damn thing into slag.
I mean, she will just kind of, like, almost, like, in awe of what just happened, just chuck an axe at it.
Okay. Give you the attack roll. Do anybody else want to pile on things and combo it with their axe throw, by the way?
I mean, if we're gonna get a reward, I'll do something.
Go for it. Let's see it.
Yeah.
How's a natural 20?
I think a Mibble would just search
That's
around
a
the
crit.
room,
Give
see
me
if there's
damage.
anything that's worth looting, if there is anything left worth looting.
Okay.
AC 21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah. So I'm glad it gets to this. Yeah, Kodab looks at the turret that Only chucks an axe at, and he just casually, without any stress whatsoever, just shoots it with a bolt of force lightning.
So, can you roll me the damage on the force lightning? Can I get the damage on the axe, please?
21 kinetic damage. I feel like I'm missing something, but I think that's because I'm used to things hitting me first.
Yes, there's no bonus damage from getting bonked.
I know.
I rolled 19. almost max damage.
Okay.
$19 and 21. That's 30 in total. Pretty
Okay.
good.
Could I have damage, please?
No, that's
Well,
Kodav's and mine together.
Oh,
Well,
very
19
good.
and 21 would be 40, yeah.
Yeah, 40, right? 19 plus 20.
I don't like tens this day, apparently.
Clearly, all of our brains are not braining as well as they usually are.
If Orto was to do a strike, it would have been before the Force Lightning. Otherwise, he
Okay.
wouldn't do an attack. I think
Okay,
he'd be shell-shocked a little bit.
That's fine. What would you have done then?
He's not gonna pull out his lightsaber for this, so he's just gonna punch it.
Maybe we'll hold on the punch then. There's a lot of
Oh.
flying objects right now.
Yeah.
The turret is. We're just trying to beat the crap out of a turret, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll punch a turret.
Yeah, but they
16.
got things flying at it.
Yeah, there's an axe being thrown right now. I don't know if you'd run in front of an axe to punch something.
You want to get away with Onley and her axe? Be my guest.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna wait for the axe to hit, yes, but.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, sure. Axe first, punch next, lightning after.
23 to hit.
Okay, hits, damage.
It's incredibly out of character, but we will do 3 force points on Force Empowered Strike for an additional 3d8 of damage. Just Paladin, I mean Guardian things.
Mm-hmm.
14 plus 6. Humble 20 damage, I'll take it.
Okay. Mibble, did you want to add anything to this?
No, he's searching the room to see if there's anything that's worth looting.
Gotcha. So, here's the deal. Ziva, you were in the process of clickety-clacketing, correct?
Yes.
So, as you're clickety-clacketing, over the edge of the screen, you know the typical, like, you're typing and you just see, like, the person look up with their eyes just above the edge of the screen, you know what I'm saying? You see the other 4 just go, like, full JoJo beatdown on the remaining turret, where, like, the barbarian just chucks their axe, the guardian monk guy just runs in and just punches the ever-living crap out of it, detaching it from its mount, and before it can hit the ground, the other force user just zaps it, using the handle of the axe almost like a thunder rod, concentrating the electricity in the damn thing, and it just pops. into very fine droplets of molten metal. Like, it has been obliterated to the point where, like, you've overkilled it 4 times over.
And Bibble's just walking away with his head shaking.
I mean, Onley didn't really pay attention after she chucked the axe, and the axe returned.
Yeah, correct.
That was Onley's fault. That's why Orda did it.
Exactly.
It was the hive mind
It
connection.
was the hive mind.
Not my fault.
Yeah, absolutely. He knew how to time that punch perfectly because he knew exactly when the axe was going to smack because, Onley's
There
done
you
this
go.
enough time that he could just read it to her.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. And as you see that, you start clickety-clacketing away. Did you give me your roll?
I
Three.
don't remember.
Okay, just give me your tech roll, please.
So do I have
17?
to do a... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
17.
17? Okay, perfect. You start clickety-clacketing away, and before you can really get into any systems, you just see writing on the screen in front of you in BASIC, and it basically says, well, you are right about one thing. It is hard to find good help these days.
Okay, can I trace? I want to figure out like who his boss is and everything.
Yeah, that's you're being contacted by their boss at this point, or what you assume is their boss, as somebody's typing to you through the system.
Okay. She was
The reason I'm not
like,
just flat out giving you the thing is because it was a 17. Sorry, go ahead.
she's gonna look around the room and see if there's cameras.
And as you look around the room, you do see, in fact, that yes, the room does have a few cameras in here.
Okay, she'll just trace the call, I guess.
Okay, give me another tech roll.
I'm not. I'm
Or
trying to
spot-
like hack it. Yeah.
Oh, you want to use your splicer kit? Oh, yeah, did you give me the
Yeah.
splicer kit roll? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I'm used to Nibble just typing code into the damn thing. My bad. Yep, go ahead.
I'm a hacker.
That's fine.
Let's see here. 24.
Yeah, okay, that's definitely a lot better. And, yeah, you're able to actually trace back the call, I guess. It's not really the call, it's more them, typing at you, so I guess the MSN chat. But you're able to trace that back to... A minute, I have it right here. There we go. There it is. Okay, sorry, I'm actually pulling one of the real casino names from Nar Shaddaa here. As yes, you see that this is coming out of the Club Vertica casino.
Okay, can she grab like a username or find or hack into like the cameras from here to see if she can find out who's
Yeah,
sitting
you
over
can.
there?
With that, I'll give you a hack. With the role you just gave me, I'll give you hacking into the cameras. And as you do so, you see a very posh-looking office. And give me a minute. And in the office, weirdly enough, this is not some exotic alien or anything. You just see a human, male, dressed up in fancy, like, rich people clothing. And he looks up at the cameras and just kind of looks nervous for a sec as he exits the office.
Do I recognize the boss at all?
Nope.
There's just like some schmo.
It's some schmo.
I would like to go ahead and freeze the screen when he looked up at the camera, zoom in on the face, enhance, and go through the data system to see who the hell this person is.
Okay. Give me a minute. As the machine starts to clean up the face, you know what I'm saying? I won't say CSI style, but you know what I'm talking about. And give me a minute. As you do so, I'm about to just get you his token. I didn't expect I had to drop it this early, so you'll have to give me 1 minute. Where is it? So I got too many tokens for everything I have to do. I can tell you his name though, if you want, while I'm getting the token out. But his name is Theg, Theg. Family name is Graggle, Gragal.
Sounds like a Flintstones character.
A little bit.
Does it look like it's just like a common thug, like from like his data?
No, the data actually has him pegged as a criminal underboss.
Oh, okay. Located
through...
here or somewhere else?
No, located here. He actually frequents casinos a lot and tends to do his business out of the casinos. Likes to do most of his stuff in exposed places where he's not at risk of being ambushed in a dark alley, if you know what I'm saying. Current location of residence is actually listed as in the upper levels, but traffic cam data and any of the investigator data shows that he actually doesn't go there very often, if at all. He usually actually tends to just rent a room at the casino and stays at the casino most of the time. You do have the address of the casino and the address of his personal residence in the upper levels transferred to your datapad if you so choose. And he does have ties with the cartels, but he's also known to dabble with some of the Hut syndicates.
Okay.
Who his actual boss is unknown, but it is known that he does have a boss, or at least it's suspected that he has a boss, because he does send out financial transactions off planet.
Okay. So she's gonna do just 2 more things before she's done. One, she is going to, since she has him as the topic, she's going to try to go into his accounts and try to grab some of his money.
I like it.
For pain and suffering.
Okay. And what's the other thing?
I think I need some credits. I pulled a muscle opening the door. Just kidding.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then I would like to find a way to disable whatever this bounty hunter was doing on my ship to release it.
You mean on your base?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 things happen. First of all, you start pumping credits out of his accounts, and you get to about... Yeah, well, you know what? Give me a minute. I'll roll. Let's see what the dice have to say. Okay. Dice like you. You managed to pump 10,000 credits out of his account, or his accounts, before the banks catch on that something not kosher is happening and lock the accounts. As for your fortress, you do... Give me a minute. can you give me actually... No, you already sliced it. 24, that's actually really damn good. Give me a minute, I have to roll something. Yeah, okay. You managed to basically... It's not so much about stopping or hacking or whatever. You just basically just input the basic commands to this relay station to stop sending that signal to your station. And as a result, that should have lifted the constant order to maintain lockdown on your station. At this point, it's just a matter of resetting your station's security system when you go back there, and you should be good.
I would like to leave a trace of like a different location, so if someone's just like, okay, I want to relock this, they're gonna get a different location to relock.
Yeah, sure. You can just scramble.
Like leave a trace, a fake trace, I guess.
Put a random set of coordinates into the system as to where your base is located instead of where it actually is located.
Yes. She's
Sure.
covering her bases.
So yeah, instead of shutting off the signal, you basically just redirect it to a random location. Somebody might be having a bad day because their fridge is now locked and refuses to open, but aside from that, good enough. Problem solved.
Get a smart fridge, they said. It'd be great, they said.
Right.
I can't open the damn thing!
Okay, that's gonna be fine. Alright. Good
do I
enough?
have to do an investigation roll for searching the place?
Yeah, go right ahead.
That is going to be a 23.
Okay. You look around and like, the more you look around, the more you can tell this guy was a scrub. That literally his entire job was sitting his butt on that chair and doing whatever the crime bosses or underbosses or whatever that run this place would tell him to do. The place is clearly lived in. If you check the other rooms, you'll just find more wrappers, more food stuff, whatever. Like, the guy didn't have exactly a good lifestyle. He was clearly shut in, probably not allowed to leave the place, actually.
I don't find anything of interest.
Around the rooms and everything, no. On his person, however, yes.
Okay.
I will tell you what.
Whatever's left of it.
Yeah.
On the pieces of his person.
No, well, I say his person, but it's more like, what did survive the blast. Give me 1 minute and I'll have it here. Equipment, there it is. Remind me, what was the custom part that I had already given you for your gun?
You mean the one that probably disintegrated or something?
Oh, right. Your gun got nuked, didn't it?
Whatever I had on my weapon at that time disintegrated for whatever reason because of a card pool.
Oh, that card pool hated you. Right. Okay, give me a minute here then.
But I do have like a bunch of other things I collected from other people and things I did not have on my gun that I still hold on to.
Got you. Give me a minute, because that would actually make sense. He blew up, bits and pieces flew everywhere. There might be a good part here. I'm just going to get the table for the parts out and roll and see what we get you.
Yeah, the thing that I lost was a battery that turned my weapon from an energy weapon to a ion weapon.
Oh, right. I remember that. Okay. There we go. Got it. Cool. There we go. Okay, you roll me a d4, please.
A D4. I've got a 3.
Okay. Then I'm going to need you to roll me another d4, please.
Another 3.
Okay. Now give me a minute. It's a 3, yeah, there you go. Give me a minute. Okay, cool. So this is a funky little option. It's something called a beam splitter. What it does is when you activate it, if you install it, it'll reduce the accuracy of your shots, so of your roll, by 3. But in exchange, it increases the damage of the shot by a flat 6.
Increases the damage by 6.
Yep, but reduces the accuracy by 3 if you choose to use it. But it's a flat 6, it's not a d6.
Okay. Interesting. I'll hold on to that.
Okay. Zoro,
Yeah.
can you give me a couple of rolls, please?
Okay.
Give me a minute here. I need you to give me a d3, please. Or d6 divided by 2, if you prefer.
Or use roll 20.
1.
Perfect. And then from here, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need a d7, please. That one, you're going to have to roll 20.
Oh, 1 again.
Good enough. Okay, so you find a nifty little upgrade kit for melee weapons, which I will include your chakrams as in this particular situation if you so choose. Once you use them, they will basically upgrade your chakrams to have them behave almost like vibro weapons, in the sense that the bladed part of the chakram will be vibrating at a very, very, very high frequency. And what that does is it'll make it easier for the weapon to penetrate armor and defenses. What that does is effectively it'll be giving your chakram weapons a +1 to their accuracy score. So whenever you're rolling to hit, it'll give them +1. And sorry, I'm reading the mod. And a +1, flat +1 to damage.
It's still a d6 damage.
Yeah, it doesn't upgrade the dice. It just gives you a flat +1 to the damage, but it also gives you a flat +1 to accuracy.
What? Perfect. Cool.
Okay. As you guys continue to look through this guy's gear and the stuff that basically blew off of his body, I'm assuming everybody else wants to get in on this. Right?
I mean, if there's more stuff to loot, yeah, sure.
Yes, there is more stuff to loot. Loot chest. Everybody gets something. Come on. Yeah. Mibble already went. Ziva went. Only, since you spoke, you're next.
All right.
Give me a second here. There we go. Okay.
For flavor-wise, Onley's walking over just to inspect the sheer amount of damage done to this body and kind of kicks part of the body over, like the legs to roll it over. Like, what happened here? And then sees the stuff sticking out of his pocket. It's like, oh, what's this?
Basically. Give me a roll here. Give me a minute here. Okay. Yeah, give me a D3 again. So D6 divided by 2 if you prefer.
A 3.
3 this time. Okay, cool. D6, please.
Also a 3. We have a pattern going. We can't break it now.
And here we are. Okay. Let's see here. There's the item database. Okay, cool. Perfect. So you see what's called... You find what's called an energy projector. And what the energy projector does is it's effectively coats, for a lack of better terminology, the blade of your weapon with a little bit of energy. Your axe's attack, or whatever weapon you equip this onto, will be doing an extra 1d6 energy damage whenever you use it to hit someone.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes, give me more dice to roll.
That's what you rolled, that's what you get. Orta and... I mean, yeah...
Oh. Zoro exploded.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, what was being rolled again? For this, it was a D something.
It depends, it's a little different for you. Give me a minute here. Cool, 1 sec. Oh, she's back.
Welcome back.
Hello. Okay, so yeah, give me in your case a 1, 2. Yeah, flip a coin. Give me a D2.
Like, no, where's my Kraken coin? It's gone. Oh well. Heads.
Okay. As you like kind of rummage through this guy's stuff, you notice that when he blew up, his trench coat kind of flew off, and the reason why it flew off and didn't completely get disintegrated is because under the trench coat there's a mesh underlay that helped it retain its integrity. Basically, it was upgraded, and if you apply that to whatever clothing you're wearing, it'll enhance your AC by a +1.
All right. That's pretty good. I like that.
And last but not least, Kodav.
Which I knew no one got hurt. I mean, and he's not a tech guy, and no one's injured. Kodav has nothing to do. I mean, I will examine the body.
Okay. You examine the body here, and upon examining it, give me a minute. Nope, we don't want this. We want that. There we go. Nope. Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay, so you look at the body, and I'm gonna be honest, after everybody else has had their turn, it's kind of been picked clean. But looking around at the remains of the now completely slagged, pasted, and nuked turrets, one of them, probably one that was chopped up by the chakrams, yields a little something something for you here. Roll me a d6, please.
One.
We also
Okay.
plus the roll again.
Let's see here. Well, that's fun. So out of that one final turret that you blew up, you find a crystal. It is not like the main crystal for a lightsaber. It is what they call a power crystal. It's something you can use to basically help focus the power of your lightsabers in a slightly different manner. You usually have your main crystal, a power crystal, and then a focusing lens. The one that you found in particular here, there we go, is called a Nexter crystal. And what it does is your lightsaber hits will now be capable of hitting on a critical range of 19 and 20 instead of just 20.
Ooh. Improved critical.
Yep.
Me likey.
I mean, again, that's what the dice decided. And at this point, you guys realize you've kind of picked the room clean. Ziva, you've managed to get your hands on a bunch of data about this guy, including 10,000 credits straight into your account. And you now have a name and a location for the person that hired this guy to mess with your station. Not to mention the fact that you have ended the lockdown on your station. It is now operational. And as a result, one would say that this little incident, I won't say is resolved because there's still the looming threat.
Only after kicking part of the body over and picking through its pockets because she saw something shiny. She's gonna look around the room and be like, I think this guy spent too much time ordering things online. She looks down at the thing she just grabbed. Well,
And he's also a
Ziva.
slob.
Yeah, that too. The place is a little messy. She looks at the gore all over it. Well, Ziva, do you want to head back, or you still need more time to dig through the data?
I'm good for now.
Okay. So I'm assuming everybody heads out, hires a
Through the broken
taxi, and
doors.
goes...
Through the broken doors.
Yeah, leaving the whole place completely blown up. I'm going to assume you guys go back to the station.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you get back to the station, and it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. Makes sense
Yep.
that I need to go back.
And when you guys get back there, you know, obviously the ship is still there, but thankfully now all the systems are fully online. The nice thing with the systems being online is you now have access to the full suite of awesome benefits that come with having a permanent base. There's a repair bay for the ship. Obviously, there's enough parts and whatnot to fix your ship if it gets busted up. You even have a room with a game of sabacc and those holographic monster fighting game. I forgot the name for it, that you see them play in the Millennium Falcon at some point in the old movies. Yeah, the monster chess. I forgot what they call it. They have a name for it, but it's escaping my brain right now. You have access also to all the necessary workbenches that you might need to modify your gear as you see fit. You have a fully functional med bay, obviously. Quarters, accommodations. All these things are currently available on this base for you, Ziva. After that, it depends on what you decide to allow access to everybody else, but that's basically you if you can think about it when it comes to the cushy services that you would want out of a base, they are present in this one. And of course, you know, you have your quarters, and in those quarters, comfy bed, whatever stuff you might have left behind when you did go on your previous adventure. And yeah, I mean, it's welcome home, right? So I'm assuming you guys hop off the taxi and enter? Yes?
I mean, assuming Ziva allows us entry, yeah. No, she's gonna kick us out on the street. Bye, guys.
Our job is done. Bye. I've flown you guys to North Dakota. Get out of my house.
Done with you guys. Take your hive
But
with you.
if you wanted to still talk to Orta or whatever, I mean, this is probably a decent opportunity to do so. But I mean, do as you guys wish. Honestly, I'm not telling you you guys how to live your life. But yeah, you're back at the base. Lockdown has been lifted. You can take it from here.
Roughly what time of day is it now? Are we getting towards evening, midday?
I'd say like middle of the afternoon, beginning of the evening type deal.
Okay.
Sorry, Ziva, were you going to say something? If you're talking, you're muted. I'm not hearing you. Hello?
We may still be having technical issues considering
Yeah, her camera dropped a couple times. I'm
fritzed
wondering if her
out.
mic is on the fritz now too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, look, we were going to end in about 10 minutes from now anyway. If you guys want to just end it here, we can pick it back up from here next time then if everything is bugging out.
Yeah, feels
I know
fine to me.
could have had some midday.
Okay. Very good.
Nibble's gonna try to take a breather and
Maybe we'll decide what we do at the beginning of next session, because again, this is technically
Yeah.
Zoro's house. So, walking in and headed straight to somebody else's med bay, maybe we'll figure that out at the beginning of next session if that's all the same to you guys. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, I think, yeah, we'll end a little prematurely today, just pending the correction of those technical difficulties. With that being said, this is not the only show we run on this channel. If you so choose to keep watching, we have plenty of other shows for your entertainment. On Mondays, we have Destiny Forged, run by Rojin. Tuesdays is us with Tales of the Outer Rim every 2 weeks. Then on Thursdays, you have alternating shows. You have a Mass Effect Horizons game that is run by Zoro, which is a 5e Mass Effect mod. And then you have, of course, a New Era, which is another D&D campaign that is currently being run by Rojin that we just started a little while ago. Then on Saturdays, you have alternating shows. We do have alternating shows, so yes. Between Withered Wastes and Wayward Wanderers. Of course, Withered Wastes is another campaign. Oh, it's teed up. Yeah, we don't do anymore. Right. Sorry. It's the Downfall of Propriety run by Malls, and then we used to, and then Withered Wastes. Yes, correct. And then Wayward Wanderers is run on Sundays. My apologies. And I believe this Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong, Zoro, this Saturday is also the return of V6, correct?
Yep.
This coming Saturday. Okay, very good. Well, so yeah, that's it for us for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Again, sorry for the slight early end, but pending the correction of those technical difficulties, and also we did not really take a break today, so we're going to give everybody a chance to go to bed. But again, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys had at least some amount of fun. The laughs were fun. I enjoyed myself, and I am looking forward to seeing everybody again in 2 weeks. So thank you, and have a great evening.
Bye-bye.